When someone says, "you'll live," it means that you aren't going to die. It's a fun expression to use when someone complains about a problem that isn't very serious. For example, if I fail my math test, you can say, "you'll live." I might be upset about it for a day or two, but I'll be okay. I'll live. Are you going to be okay? I'll live. I cut my pinky. Ouch! You'll live. He's really upset because he failed his math test. He'll live. When someone says, "I'll take you under my wing," it means that they want to help you. It's common to hear this phrase being used by someone that wants to help a beginner that doesn't have much experience in something like a new job. When I was new to teaching English, it was really difficult. Luckily, an experienced coworker took me under her wing and helped me a lot. The shoemaker took a homeless orphan under his wing. He looked sad and lonely, so I took him under my wing. She saw his potential and decided to take him under her wing. If you study hard for a test and find out that the test was canceled, you might feel like you wasted your time. You studied very hard for no reason. All the time you studied was for nothing. In this case, you can say, "it was all for nothing." I once drove all the way to the supermarket to buy some toothpaste, but it was closed already. I drove all the way there for nothing. I drove all the way here for nothing. All that work was for nothing. All that studying I did was for nothing. When someone is very nice to you and does you a big favor, you might feel like you need to return the favor in the future. To express this feeling of debt, you can tell them that you owe them one, which means you owe them a favor. This one time, my car broke down on the side of the road and a stranger pulled over to help me. He fixed my car and I was able to drive home thanks to him. I owe him one. Thanks, man. I owe you one. She helped out a lot. I owe her one. I did a lot for you today. You owe me one. When you steal something, it means that you're taking something away from somebody without their permission. However, when you say that a product at a store is a steal, it means that the price is so low that it almost feels like you're stealing it when you buy it. I went shopping on Black Friday and bought a nice computer for $100. It was a steal. You only paid $1 for that? That's a steal. It was so cheap. It was a steal. It's a steal. You have to buy it. When you see two people suddenly start flirting, holding hands, and saying sweet things to each other, you can say there's something going on between them. They aren't officially dating, but you know they're starting to like each other romantically. Lately, two of my coworkers are spending a lot of time together outside of work. I really think there's something going on between them. Is there something going on between you and your coworker? We're not dating, but there's definitely something going on between us. When someone says, "let's clear a few things up," it means that they want to help you understand something more clearly. If you don't understand something, your understanding is not clear. That's why we say, "Is that clear?" in English to check for understanding. I hope we can clear up a few things. There's a misunderstanding I'd like to clear up with you. When someone says, I don't want to get in the way. It means that they don't want to interrupt you when you're busy doing something. For example, if I'm standing in the kitchen and distracting you while you're trying to cook a meal, you could say, "You're getting in the way." My mother used to take away my video games because they got in the way of my studies. I can't see because she keeps getting in the way. Don't get in the way. I'll try not to get in the way. When someone says that they are on edge, it means that they're very nervous or tense about something. Many people are on edge right before they take a very difficult test. It's always best to find a way to relax when you feel like you're on edge. If you ever visit the emergency room at a hospital, it's common to see family members on edge, waiting to hear what the doctor says about the status of their loved ones. My manager is always on edge. I'm on edge right now. Don't push me. If you ever hear someone say, "Oh man," it means that they're surprised, shocked, disappointed, or excited about something they've just seen or heard. Also, this reaction isn't something that can only be used when talking to men. It's very common to hear English speakers use this phrase regardless of the listener's gender. "Man, it's hot today." "Oh man, are you serious?" "Man, what's wrong with her?" When the weather starts to warm up and you see flowers blooming, you can say, "Spring is here." This just means that the spring season has started. Use this phrase to express your excitement about the start of a season. When summer is here, I plan to wear shorts and flip-flops every day. What are you doing this spring break? Let's go see the cherry blossoms. When someone says, "That's insane," it means they're extremely shocked about something because it's so unbelievable. If I tell a friend that my grandmother is going skydiving, they could say, "That's insane," because it's hard to imagine a grandmother jumping out of a plane. I can't believe it. Seriously? How's that possible? Is that a joke? That's ridiculous. I got pranked on April Fool's Day. April 1st in America is a day filled with pranks and hoaxes. Many Americans turn this day into a competition to see who can pull the biggest prank. Students pull pranks on teachers, and teachers do the same to students. When the prankster succeeds in pranking the victim, they scream, "April Fools!" That's why this day is known as April Fools. Did you do an April Fool's prank? April Fool's Day is the worst day to have a birthday. She was talking behind my back. When someone says, "She was talking behind my back," it means that someone was secretly saying bad things about them. Usually, if someone is constantly talking behind someone's back, it means they're probably talking behind your back as well. Be careful. Were you talking about me behind my back? Her brother sold her car behind her back. You should never talk behind someone's back. Say hi to your mom for me. When someone says, "Say hi to your mom for me," it means that they want you to send their regards to your mother. Telling friends to say hi to other friends or family members is something you'll often hear English speakers say when saying goodbye. Boost your social etiquette and try this phrase out next time you get a chance. Say hi to your sister for me. Say hello to everyone for me. Do you want me to say hi to Mr. Green for you? No offense, but I don't like you. Sometimes telling someone how you honestly feel about something can hurt their feelings. When you think that something you're about to say might not sound very nice, you can start your sentence with no offense, but. It just means that you don't want to offend the listener, but it usually offends them anyway. It's still good to use this phrase so the listener can mentally prepare themselves for whatever harsh words you are about to say. No offense, but you have zero sense of fashion. No offense, but I honestly think you're boring. No offense, but I don't think we're a good match. Are you following me? When your math teacher asks you, "Are you following me?" it doesn't mean they think that you're stalking them. It just means that they want to know if you understand what they're saying. It's also a good way to check if someone is paying attention to what you're saying. You can always answer back by saying, "I follow you." Do you follow what I'm saying? Are you following what we're saying? Sorry, I don't follow. Let's go chill at the park. Depending on the context, the expression chill can have many meanings. When a friend says, "Let's go chill at the park," it means that they want to spend time relaxing with you at the park. Next time you want to spend time with a friend, you can say, "Let's chill today." Hey, do you want to chill this weekend? Hey, can you chill tonight? We haven't chilled in forever, man. There he goes again. When someone says, "There he goes again," it means that somebody is doing something annoying that they do very often. My grandfather always complained about the weather, and when he did, my grandmother would say, "There he goes again." When referring to objects that keep making the same sound or doing the same action, you can say, "There it goes again." There she goes again, talking about her car like always. There he goes again, begging for food like he always does. There it goes again. Did you hear that? Water the plants every other day. When someone says, "Water the plants every other day," it means that they want you to water the plants every 2 days. Every 2 days seems easier to say, but many English speakers use the phrase every other day very frequently. Some people say that you should lift weights every other day rather than every day to avoid injury. I only wash my hair every other day. Make sure to only lift weights every other day. She only visits me every other week. Please don't tell on me. When someone says, "Please don't tell on me," it usually means that they don't want you to tell a teacher or adult about something bad that they have done. This phrase is often used by school children after they've done something bad like cheating on a test. If your best friend did something bad, would you tell on them or would you keep it a secret? I'm telling the teacher on you. She told on me and I got in trouble. He'll tell on you if you do that. I think I overdid it. When someone says, "I think I overdid it," It means that they think they did too much of something. It's common to hear the phrase overdo when talking about things like work or exercise. Overdoing something can make you feel exhausted, and it's always good to take a break after you overdo something. You might hurt your back if you overdo it. I think you overdid it in the gym last night. It's good to study a lot, but don't overdo it. Do you have beef with that guy? When you hear someone ask, "Do you have beef with that guy?" they're not asking you if you're planning on eating a steak with them. Having beef with someone means you have a big problem with that person. If someone talks about you behind your back and you find out, you could say, "I have beef with that person." Got beef? Why do you have beef with him? I don't have beef with you. He really let me down. When someone says, "He really let me down," it means that somebody disappointed them. This phrase is used when someone is expected to do something or has promised to do something, but they don't do it. If you want to tell someone that you promise you'll do something for them, you can say, "I won't let you down." Sorry for letting you down. Why did you let me down? I won't let you down. I was so touched by your words. When someone says, "I was so touched by your words," it means that your words moved them emotionally. Sometimes when you're touched by someone's words or actions, it can make you cry with joy or feel very happy. Next time you see a person you love, tell them how much you love them, and I bet they'll be touched by your words. She was touched by his kind actions. I've never felt so touched before. What you said to her was so touching. That's a sick car. When someone says, "That's a sick car," they don't mean that the car is ill or has some kind of disease. Saying that something is sick is another way of saying that something is very cool. If you're tired of saying cool and awesome all the time, try saying sick next time. Really? That's sick. Did you see my sick new tattoo? That new jacket is sick. Did you doze off? When someone asks you, "Did you doze off?" they want to know if you fell asleep. Dozing off is something that happens when you're very sleepy and you suddenly fall asleep. This phrase is especially used when the person dozing off is supposed to be doing something other than sleeping, like listening to the teacher or working in the office. I always doze off during class. Quit dozing off. I need some coffee or I'm going to doze off. That was a close call. If a piano falls from the sky and nearly hits me, I could say, "Close call." The phrase "close call" is used when something bad almost happens to express relief that it didn't actually happen. It has nothing to do with the phone call. The other day, I was almost late to the airport. It was a close call. I was so close to passing. I was so close to failing. I had a close call while driving today. We made it on time, but it was a close call. Do you have this in another color? It can be very difficult to shop for clothes if you don't know how to ask about available options like color or size. For example, if you like a shirt but don't like the color, "Do you have this in another color?" is a very useful phrase you can use. Do you have this hat in another color? Do you have these pants in blue? Do you have this shirt in green? It turns out my car is a lemon. If you've ever bought something that turned out to be very low quality, you can call it a lemon. English speakers use this phrase especially when talking about a car or a house. Nobody wants a lemon car or a lemon house. I don't want to buy a lemon car. She didn't realize her house was a lemon until it was too late. My new cell phone is a lemon. Can I get a to-go box? Have you ever been to an American restaurant? If you have, then I'm sure you know just how big the portions are. Don't feel pressured to eat everything on your plate. You can always ask your server for a to-go box if you want to finish your meal some other time in the comfort of your own home. Just say, "Can I get a to-go box?" Do you have to-go boxes? Would you like a to-go box? You should get a to-go box. She wasn't having it. If someone says, "I'm not having it," it means that they won't tolerate an unfavorable situation. This phrase is especially used when someone feels agitated about someone's behavior and they want to express disapproval. He apologized to her, but she wasn't having it. She ate all my cookies. I'm not having it. None of the students did their homework, and the teacher wasn't having it. Don't cut me off like that. The phrase "cut off" is used to describe when the flow of something like electricity or water is completely stopped. This phrase can also be used when someone gets interrupted by someone else. You can say, "Don't cut me off like that," to let a person know that you're not finished talking and you want them to be quiet and listen. She always cuts me off when I'm talking. I hate getting cut off when I'm talking. Sorry for cutting you off, but this is really urgent. That's just the way he is. When talking about the unchanging nature of someone or something, you can use the phrase, "That's just the way something or someone is." This phrase is especially used when talking about someone's personality. My brother is always late to gatherings, but that's just the way he is. Always being late is a part of his personality. That's just the way the school is. That's just the way she is. That's just the way things are. Spit it out. When you spit something out, it means instead of swallowing something, you force it out of your mouth. This phrase can also be used when you want someone to tell you something that they don't want to tell you. Next time you get frustrated because someone won't tell you something, you can say, "Spit it out." What do you want to say? Just spit it out. Spit it out already. Do you love me or not? Spit it out. I'm sick of your terrible jokes. When you get annoyed by something that is really repetitive, you can use the phrase "sick of something." It means that you're so annoyed by something that it makes you feel sick. So if someone says, "I'm sick of your terrible jokes," you should probably stop telling jokes or find better ones to tell. I'm sick of hearing that song. Don't you get sick of homework? I'll never get sick of you. I think I have the fall blues. Another way to say you're sad is to say that you have the blues. If someone says, "I think I have the fall blues," It means that they think fall is making them sad. It's common to feel a little sad when the seasons change, especially when summer turns to fall. I love the sound of falling leaves. When is the best time to see fall colors in New York? I'm going to need you to sit tight. A common way to tell someone to be patient and wait for something is sit tight. When you visit the doctor's office, you might hear the nurse tell you to sit tight while you're waiting for the doctor to come in and see you. We'll have to sit tight until everything is ready. Just sit tight and I'll hurry up and try to get it finished. Just sit tight and don't panic. I'm in between jobs right now. If you hear someone say, I'm in between jobs right now, it means that they lost their previous job and that they're trying to find a new one. It can be difficult to tell someone that you don't have a job, so this phrase can make it easier to express your current situation. I heard you're in between jobs now. I've been in between jobs for a month now. She's in between jobs. Don't rub it in. One of the best ways to get over a negative experience is to avoid talking about it. However, sometimes people around us might bring up that negative experience and make us think about it again. You can say, don't rub it in this situation to tell them to stop talking about it. It's a good way to let them know that you don't want to think about a negative memory. I know I messed up, but please stop rubbing it in. Sorry for rubbing it in. Do you have to rub it in like that? I got your back. If you hear someone say, I got your back, it means that they will defend you if anyone tries to bother or hurt you. This phrase is very useful when you have a nervous friend that has to confront a mean coworker or even a bully at school. Don't worry about those guys. I got your back. My best friend always gets my back. Are you going to get my back if things get scary? The food is bland. When someone tells you, the food is bland, it means that they think the food they're eating doesn't have much flavor. It might be a good idea to give them some salt and pepper, or maybe take them to a better restaurant. The food is kind of bland. You didn't add any ketchup to your hot dog? Isn't that bland? We have to add some green onions unless you want it to be bland. I told them a lie and they ate it up. To eat something up means to eat something very quickly without looking at it much. This phrase can also be used when talking about believing something that isn't true. So when someone says, I told them a lie and they ate it up, it means that the listeners believed the speaker's lie without any doubt at all. I tell them what they want to hear and they just eat it up. She told her teacher she loved school and she ate it up. Tell him he's handsome and he'll eat it up. Tell him he's handsome and he'll eat it up. Winter is right around the corner. Another way to say that something is a very close distance away is around the corner. This phrase can also be used when talking about something in the near future. So when someone says, winter is right around the corner, they mean that winter is about to start. Graduation is right around the corner. Summer is right around the corner. My birthday is right around the corner. I'm somewhat finished with my homework. To be somewhat finished or done with something means an activity has been started and some progress has been made, but it's not completely finished. If someone says, I'm somewhat finished with my homework, they're letting you know that they got a lot finished, but they're not completely finished. I'm somewhat ready to go. My health has somewhat improved. They're in somewhat of a relationship. I got stood up. When someone says, I got stood up, it means that the person they had a date with didn't show up at all. If you ever get stood up by somebody, it probably means they aren't very interested in you. Have you ever been stood up before? My date stood me up. Getting stood up is a horrible experience. Many of us take clean water for granted. When you take something for granted, it means that you don't appreciate something because it's always available to you. So if someone says, many of us take clean water for granted, it means that many people don't realize how precious clean water is. Clean air and water are things most people take for granted. Don't take your parents for granted. I took my best friend for granted. Did he quit working for good? When something is done for good, it means forever. So if someone asks, did he quit working for good? They're asking if a person has permanently quit their job. She's gone for good. Are we done for good? I quit drinking for good. Don't take this personally. When someone says, don't take this personally, they mean that they don't want you to feel insulted. This phrase is especially used when you want to be honest with a friend in order to help them realize something important about their situation. If you take everything personally, people might say that you're a very sensitive person. Why do you take everything so personally? I didn't take it personally. Don't take this personally, but you need to shower. Can I put it off until the last minute? If someone says, can I put it off until the last minute? They're asking if they can delay something they're supposed to do until the last moment possible. It's very common for students to put their homework off until the last minute. I always put homework off until the last minute. You put everything off until the last second. Quit putting your homework off until the last minute. His girlfriend is so clingy. If you hear a friend say that their girlfriend is clingy, it means that their girlfriend always wants to be with them. A clingy boyfriend or girlfriend is constantly calling, texting, or trying to hang out with their partner as much as possible. My girlfriend isn't very clingy. She dumped her boyfriend because he was too clingy. You're so clingy even though we aren't dating. She couldn't care less. If someone tells you, I couldn't care less, it means that they don't care at all about a particular situation. They could just say, I don't care, but saying, I couldn't care less puts a stronger emphasis on the speaker's indifference. I couldn't care less about what she said. I couldn't care less what you do. He couldn't care less about her feelings.